Hello, today I will read Numbers chapter 33. In chapter 32 it was about those tribes, the Reubenites and the Gadites, and the half of Manasseh. They were already stabilized in the territory before entering in the promised land, in the Transjordan. Before the Jordan, before passing crossing the Jordan, but they promised that their men will go to the war and help the other Israelites. Just the women and the children and the cattle and all the animals, they left here. Yeah, they were there before the Jordan. Okay, now let's read chapter 33. Here are the stages in the journey of the Israelites when they came out of Egypt by divisions under the leadership of Moses and Aaron. At the Lord's command, Moses recorded the stages in their journey. This is their journey by stages. The Israelites set out from Ramesses on the 15th day of the first month, the day after the Passover. So in the first month, day 14, it was the Passover. I think it was March or I don't know. They marched out boldly in full view of all the Egyptians who were bearing all their firstborn, whom the Lord had struck down among them, for the Lord had brought judgment on their gods. The Israelites left Ramses and camped at Sukkot. I have already started to write some things, but I stopped and then I told myself, let's record this. They left Sukkot and camped at Etam on the edge of the desert. They left Etam, turned back to Pihahirot, to the east of Baal Zephon, and camped near Migdol. They left Pihahirot and passed through the sea into the desert. And when they had traveled for 3 days in the desert of Etam, they camped at Marah. Wow, 3 days of marching. There is a thing with all the people. They left Marah and went to Elim, where there were 12 springs and 70 palm trees, and they camped there. They left Elim and camped by the Red Sea. They left the Red Sea and camped in the desert of Sin. They left the desert of Sin and camped at Dopka. They left Dovka and camped at Alush. They left Alush and camped at Rephidim, where there was no water for the people to drink. They left Rephidim and camped in the desert of Sinai. Yeah, at Rephidim, it was something happened there too. The people of Israel were angry, and they left the desert of Sinai and camped at Kibrot Hatava. They left Kibrot Hatava and camped at Hatzerot. They left Hatzerot and camped at Ritma. They left Ritma and camped at Rimon Perez. The left Rimon Perez encamped at Libna. The left Libna encamped at Rissa. The left Rissa encamped at Kehelata. Interesting names. Kehelata. The left Kehelata encamped at Mount Sefer. Mount Sefer. The left Mount Sefer encamped at Harada. The left Harada encamped at Makelot. The left Makelot encamped at Tahat. The left Tahat encamped at Terak. Terak was father of Abraham, and but I don't know if it was from his name or the locality or not. The left Terak encamped at I think not. Terak was in Mesopotamia or something. Yeah, was not here. The left Terak encamped at Mitka. They left Mitka encamped at Hashmonah. They left Hashmonah and camped at Moserot. They left Moserot and camped at Bene Jakan. They left Bene Jakan and camped at Hor Hagidgad. They left Hor Hagidgad and camped at Yodbata. They left Yodbata and camped at Abrona. They left Abrona and camped at Etzion Geber. They left Etzion Geber and camped at Kadesh, in the desert of Zin. It's desert of Sin and desert of Zin. Red Sea, desert of Sin, and desert of Sinai. I know desert of Zin. They left Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor, on the border of Edom. At the Lord's command, Aaron the priest went up to Mount Hor, where he died on the first day of the 5th month. On the 40th year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. The Canaanite king of Arad, who lived in the Negev of Canaan, heard that the Israelites were coming. They left Mount Hor and camped at Zalmona, I think it's like Z in English or something, Zalmona, and camped at Punon. The English language have no Z. We have T and one not you have just yeah, letters without any things on them. But in Romanian language we have no z, the sound of z, or other sounds maybe very hard to pronounce, like in at the Muslims or at the Chinese languages, or yeah, Asian languages, or I don't know. De left Salmona har encamped Punon. De left Punon and encamped at Obot. They left Obot and encamped at Iye Abarim, on the border of Moab. They left Iyim, not Iyim, not Iye Abarim, and camped at Dibon Gad. They left Dibon Gad and camped at Almon Diblatayim. They left Almon Diblatayim and camped in the mountains of Abarim, near Nebo. They left the mountains of Abarim and camped on the plains of Moab, by the Jordan, across from Jericho. There on the plains of Moab they camped along the Jordan from Bet Jeshimot to Abel Shittim. On the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho, the Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you cross the Jordan into Canaan, drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you. Destroy all their carved images and their cast idols, and demolish all their high places. Take possession of the land and settle in it, for I have given you the land to possess. Distribute the land by lot according to your clans. To a larger group give a larger inheritance, and to a smaller group a smaller one. Whatever falls to them by lot will be theirs. Distribute it according to your ancestral tribes. But if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land, those you allow to remain will become barbs in your eyes and thorns in your sides. They will give you trouble in the land where you will live, and then I will do to you what I plan to do to them." Yeah, very sad. Because this will happen, we will see. I mean, it will happen both. They will destroy, but not all of them. We will see, and yeah. Okay. This chapter was about about stages in Israel's journey, and yeah, it's okay to have something like that, to record everything, to memorize, to have a memorial things, or to remember the good things that you have done, or the things that really that happened in your life. And okay, that was the chapter. May the God yeah, what we can learn from here is even if God asked them to wander in the desert for about 40 years or more, they still arrived at the destination after 40 years, and that was because they were not faithful to God. But if we are faithful, the things will become more good, because it's about forming our character. And if forming our character have better ways and easier ways to do it, why not? But if we are stubborn and we don't want something like that, God may will do in a longer way to form our character. But still, it's our decision to decide yeah, to follow God or not, to be better or to be worse, to yeah. Even though it's not so easy. But if you remain faithful to God, and all of those things will make you stronger and better. But if not, it will destroy you. Okay, yeah. But even in a longer way, you still remain to faithful to God, and don't lose your hope and faith, because God will do as He promised. Because God is not a human to not respect His promises, and His promises and what He is saying, it's already a fact in the future or in the present too. So we must never leave our trust in God, but we still must be faithful to Him, and we must stand up and never fall again or fall down by being demoralized. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. That was the chapter. May the God bless me, protect me, and delight me in the next chapter too. And if you want, you will see me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.